Assalamu alaikum students. I am your teacher Rizwan Pandith. Today let us discuss transportation in plants. Transportation in plants. Dear students, the transport in plants involves transport of water from roots to other parts of plant and translocation of food from leaves to other parts of plant. Transport in plants involves first transport of water and number second translocation of food. The transport of water is out by xylem. It is carried out by xylem, and translocation of food or transport of food is carried out by phloem. So let us first discuss this xylem. The term xylem is derived from Greek word xylos. It is derived from Greek word xylos, which means wood. It was introduced by Nigali 1858. It is the chief water conducting tissue. The xylem tissue is made up of four constituents, namely trichides, Trachaids, trichides. Number second, vessels. Number third, fibers, xylem fibers, and number fourth is parenchyma. This trichides term were introduced by Senyu 1863. It is an elongated cell which tapering ends. It is this trichides. It is elongated cell with tapering ends. Its walls are hard. Its walls are hard but not thick. They are usually lignified. Trichides are found in all categories of vascular plants. They are found in all categories of vascular plants. Their function, the trichides are primitive water connecting channel. Water passes from one trichis to another through the bordered piths. Number next is this B part, vessels. 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 The term vessel is applied to a system of cells where each cell is called vessel number or vessel unit. Its walls are hard but not very thick. Its walls are also hard but not thick. They are heavily pitted and the pits are bordered type. They are found in all vascular plants. They are also found in all vascular plants. They occur more abundantly in angiosperms. They are abundantly in angiosperms. On the basis of presence and absence of vessels, woods have been called as porous and non-porous woods respectively. The vessels are water connecting channels of vascular plants. Besides, they are mechanical in function. Number C is fibers. Xylem fibers. The fibers constitute a part of the xylem. They are generally They possess thickening on their walls and are magnical in function. Number fourth is parenchyma. Parenchyma. Thin-walled living parenchyma cells constitute a part of xylem. They have a prominent nucleus and dense cytoplasm. This parenchyma have prominent nucleus. They have prominent nucleus and cytoplasm and dense cytoplasm. Cytoplasm. Their walls are cellulosic but sometimes get lignified. next is next is phloem, which translocates food. The phloem chief food conducting. It is chief food conducting tissue. The phloem tissue is made up of four constituents, namely sieve tubes. It is made up of four parts. Number first is sieve tubes. Number second is companion cells. And number third is fibers, phloem fibers, and number fourth is parenchyma. Now first is sieve tubes. And the term sieve tube is applied to a system of cells where each cell is called a sieve tube. They are elongated, thin-walled cells having living cytoplasm but no nucleus at maturity. They are found in all food-conducting plants. They are primitive food-conducting channels in plants. Number next is companion cell. They are thin-walled cells having a prominent nucleus and dense cytoplasm. As companion cell is always associated to a sieve tube element, it develops from a common initial along with the sieve tube element. The larger cell gives rise to the sieve tube element and the smaller one forms the companion cell. The companion cells are found in angiosperms only. Function: if a sieve tube element is injured or blocked or become non-functional by any means, its companion cell takes up the place through usual process of growth and differentiation. Number third part is fibers. Fibers constitute a part of phloem. They are generally thin walled and are mechanical in function. Number fourth is parenchyma. They are thin-walled living parenchyma cells constitute a part of phloem. They have a prominent nucleus and dense cytoplasm. Their walls are cellulosic but sometimes get lignified. This is how this transportation of transportation of uh, transportation in plants. We can say the transport of water is done by xylem and the translocation of food is done by phloem. So what are the main differences between xylem and phloem? Xylem is water conducting plant tissue, whereas phloem is food conducting tissue. This xylem tissue is made up of four constituents, namely trichaetus, vessels, fibers, and parenchyma. The phloem tissue is also made of four constituents, namely sieve tubes, companion cells, fibers, and parenchyma. Xylem has only one type of living cell, that is parenchyma. Xylem has only one type of living cell, that is parenchyma. In xylem, there is only one type of living cell, that is parenchyma. Whereas in case of this phloem, it has three types of parenchyma. Sieve tubes, companion cells, and this parenchyma. They have three parts of living cells. In the xylem has three types of dead cells. Xylem has three types of dead cells. Xylem has three types of dead cells. They have only one type of living cell. Trichaetus vessels and fibers are dead cells. There are three types of dead cells. Only one living cell. Whereas in case of phloem, there is only one dead cell. There is only one that is fibrous. Whereas sieve tubes, companion cells, and parenchyma are they are living cells. Vessels do not possess septa. In case of xylem, the vessels do not possess septa, whereas in case of these phloem, sieve tubes possess, sieve tubes have pores, septa. In case of this xylem, conduction is not influenced by metabolic inhibitors like heat, cold, or poison. Whereas in case of phloem, conduction is inhibited by heat, cold, and poison. In case of this xylem, transport occurs due to presence of negative pressure. Transport occurs due to presence of negative pressure, whereas in case of phloem, transport occurs due to presence of positive pressure. This is all about this transportation in plants. Thank you. Goodbye.